So I'm a bit disappointed because I don't have enough XP tickets to get my Guam to 125. So probably about 6 hours behind on that, but I'll probably upload it in the morning or something or later tonight. Thank you, Senron Kagura ships. Anyways, though, banner review. Are these ships worth pulling for? 2 URs, 2 SSRs, and 2 elites. Let's get things started. Right, so as my grind fest in the background is going on, let's talk about Guam first. So Guam here, large cruiser, ultra rare, USS Alaska class. At stats at 120, we have 7,652 health, 297 firepower, 0 torpedo, 0 aviation, 449 anti-air, 170 reload, 53 evasion, medium armor, 26 speed. Nice. Okay, got it right. 137 hit, 51 luck, and 15 on the oil cost. Everything is normal except the anti-air. That's a lot of anti-air. 449 is disgusting for a tank. I think as of right now, it's probably like one of the highest anti-airs for a tank. Like this includes heavy cruiser as well too. It's like disgustingly high. So for yeah, you can probably imagine where this ship's gonna be at. That's for sure. Gear efficiency, we have 115 on large cruiser gun, 65 on the destroyer gun, and 150 on the anti-air gun. So again, very, very high on the anti-air department by far. At 120, we have a +1 perma-stat to firepower for not battleships, heavy cruiser, large cruiser, and monitors. So that again is very, very nice as well. And skills. Battlestar Fireworks, Battlestar Galactica. I'm just kidding. But this skill is increase this ship's anti-air and accuracy by 15%. After 2 attacks with this ship's secondary guns, increase this ship's anti-air by 5%, can stack up to 5 times. So basically another Silas skill. That's actually very, very cool. When this buff achieves its max stacks, all your ships with lower anti-air stat than Guam gets a 15% increase until the end of the battle. So this is a very cool feature because what you can do with this is, if I, oh my god, I said open new tab. We go to Sila. These 2 skill stacks. However, only one will get buffed because the other one is going to get like reduced or whatever, right? So if you use Sila and Guam together, both of them are amazing anti-air ships, by the way. Guam is going to buff Sila up, and it's going to be massively good. It's going to be disgustingly good. Like, I'm talking like crazy good for Sila. It's like disgusting, essentially. You can also buff Shimanto, another great anti-air ship as of right now for Chapter 15. Again, disgusting. I'm pretty sure she has more anti-air than Shimanto as well by 6. So that's actually very, very cool right there. That's a lot of anti-air right there. This skill, very, very good for Vanguard buffs by far. It's actually really good disgusting in general. But I think the difference is that Silas buff is for Vanguards, whereas Guam is for the full fleet. That's the difference. So that's actually like, it's a full power anti-air buff for the whole team. And it's not faction restrictive as well too. So that's actually very disgustingly good. Very, very good for endgame campaign content by far. Guest incoming. Decrease this ship's aircraft damage taken by 20%. When this ship attacks with a large cruiser caliber gun, deploys a shield, lasts 5 seconds, able to negate up to 1% of this ship's max HP and damage. So roughly about 80 damage, just because she has about 8,000 after ring and all that jazz, minus gear, of course. So about 80 to 90 health per shield. And then performs a level 10 special attack based on skills level. So I was talking about this. She has to fire her like big gun. So basically the uptime is like 5 seconds. But if you run like a very, very fast large cruiser gun, you can probably make some like really cool stuff with this kind of kit set. You basically get a perma up shield for 80 to 90 health. If you get like get a lot of reload, that's actually gonna be very, very good for her. So a fast large cruiser gun can get that shield spamming like crazy. A lot of HP shields right there by far. Very, very good. And then on air broadcast assistance, every 15 seconds fires a special barrage. When the battle starts, if this ship above your flagship, so like in the top left corner, is a battleship, battlecruiser, or aviation battleship, when this ship fires her main gun, scans one enemy with inflicts them with armor break to them. So it doesn't say a duration, so I'm assuming that's a perma armor break. That's actually very, very good. I gotta see how good the armor break is. Probably like a 6-8% like always, but again, that's like, people may not see that like that being like really, really good, but that's a debuff for the enemy, meaning your whole team will benefit off this. That's actually like very, very nice. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. As of right now, our large cruisers doesn't really offer much to a team in terms of like utility. I think Eagle's like the only one that can do armor break, but hers like there's a duration, so a perma uptime armor break is actually like very, very good. I gotta see it, but if it is perma uptime for the armor break, like that's actually very good, disgustingly good. Like all ships benefit. Actually, not all ships, but like backline ships, the ones that do damage, right? For the first 5 battles fought by the fleet, not in this one, so your other fleet, while this ship is afloat, increases the Eagle Union ship's anti-air and accuracy by 10%. Another buff for Yorktown 2. Additionally, when an enemy comes within 65 units of your flagship, fires a special barrage based on skills level, 5 seconds cooldown in between activations, can activate up to 5 times per battle. That's actually a lot. So this skill right here is pretty much very good for like everything. You get a perma uptime armor break, if I'm not mistaken. You get another special barrage, and you get an accuracy and anti-air buff for the other fleet of this Eagle Union. So if you want to make your boss fleet like Kearsarge and Yorktown 2, they get buffed by that anti-air and accuracy, more buffs for them. I did say a year ago that Yorktown 2 was not a bad ship, and that the more UR ships they add into the game, if you guys remember this, again, I do see Yorktown 2 having a lot of potential in the future. Again, this is just the foundation of what USS could be in the future. The first USS ultra rare carrier is now unleashed. Now that we know 2 is going to be a part of this game, we can have other 2s being added to USS. She is just going to get more and more value as the days go by, the stronger that she was going to get. And then this time around, she's getting buffed by Guam accuracy and anti-air. Just a very good ship for just anti-air content all around. Like basically end game campaign map 12 through 15. Very, very powerful in that department. So honestly, I like this ship at what it does. It's pretty much built just for chapter 15, because I know, again, like I said before many times, that whenever hard content get released, you can expect new units to be focused towards that hard content to make your life easier there. Even if other people have cleared already, some people may not have the resources for that department. They can still use a ship like that comes out and make your life much easier. So I can definitely see that happening. I can also see her being good for bossing in the future. If we ever get arbiters that are carriers, Hierophant, please update that game, please. She'll be very good there. Very good for hard bosses that involves anti-air. So if they add like say another her you meta, Soryu meta stuff, you can definitely see her being useful there, assuming they take a lot of damage. Arbiter Hierophant also is another thing as well too. Can definitely offer some bossing potential in the future when it comes to carriers. As of right now though, there hasn't been many carrier bosses, so you won't probably see her too often, but again, just like Yorktown 2, when the time comes, she's going to be good at what she does. All right, so I don't have much to say about this ship. Anti-air focus. Damage-wise, you probably won't see her do too much damage because she doesn't have much self-buffs. Like, no firepower is in here added at all. But she offers, again, a lot of accuracy, a lot of anti-air. Basically, this ship is built for Chapter 15 campaign as of right now. Well, the thought process of this ship was to be built for campaign, primarily. So, not bad. Not bad at all. Next on the list is going to be Laffey II, probably everyone's favorite ship, this banner, that's crazy. Ultra Rare, Destroyer, Alan Sumner class, and Eagle Union faction. At 120, we have 2,586 health, 151 firepower, 398 torpedo, 268 anti-air, 245 reload, 266 evasion, light armor, 40 speed, 234 hits, 95 luck, 223 ASW, and 12 on the oil cost. So I'm a little disappointed that they didn't give her 3000 HP like the other DDs that came out nowadays, but I guess 2500 is okay, but I would have loved to see like 300, 400 more HP on her. That'd be very, very good to give added to her. In terms of efficiency, we have 140 on the main guns, 140 on the torpedoes, and 180 on the anti-air. That's a lot. That's, again, a lot. At 120 perma-stats, we have 2 HP, 2 destroyers, and DDGs. And now comes the fun part. Ready, raring, and motivated. A Virgil reference right there. Increases the ship's firepower and torpedo by 10%. When the battle starts, and every 20 seconds summons 2 Bun strikers, basically rabbits. The Bun strikers fight for 15 seconds, attacking enemies with their weapons and gain stats based on Laffey's stats. The amount of stats gained is based on the skill's level, so you want to ring this ship. Basically, she does more damage if you ring it. Obviously, that makes sense for everything, but this time around, if you want her to do maximum damage, you gotta ring this ship. I'm not saying buy a ring or whatever, but if you wanna, it does help out a lot. Every 12 seconds, perform a 70% chance. Oh, we have RNG again. Performs a radar scan, marking 3 enemies and decreasing their anti-air and evasion by 6%. So your carriers will do work there by far. And fires a level 10 special barrage damage based on skills level. When this effect activates, this ship gains a stack of motivation. Oh my god, basically Virgil, based on the number of active bunny strikers. Increase this ship's damage dealt by 2% and increase the radar's activation chance by 6%. For each stack of motivation, it can stack up to 5 times. So more radar scans, more damage dealt. 70% chance though, that kind of sucks, but it gives 100% later on. So to get this motivation stack, I think you have to do the scan first, I'm assuming. So I don't like that RNG, but it wouldn't make sense that like you start off at 70%, and if you scan successfully, you stack another one. It should be the other way around. 100 down to 70 is how I see it. But whatever, it is what it is. Next skill here is Bun Scout. When the battle starts, if this ship has an Eagle Union gear or a weapon equipped, gains a level 10 special anti-air barrage, and it decreases this ship's damage taken by 20%. That's a lot. That's a lot of anti-air reduction right there. For anti-plane damage right there. For every 2 enemy aircraft shot down within your fleet's anti-air gun range, increase the ship's anti-air by 10%, can stack up to 3 times. For 30%. That's a lot. And this ship gains 1 stack of Virgil. We'll call it 1 stack of Virgil, guys, because it's called motivation. So, that's another way to get more scan as well, too. So you can build that up pretty fast if you kill a lot of planes. So, again, World 15. When a total of 9 enemy aircrafts have been shot down within your fleet's anti-air gun range. Sorry, probably can't see because of webcam. Increase the recovery speed of your main fleet's Eagle Union ship's detection gauge by 1 until the end of the battle. This is basically buffing up Yorktown 2 right here. Once per battle. If your flagship is a Eagle Union ship, set the detection gauge value to 0 after 10 seconds. Wow. That's a lot of stealth for Yorktown 2. Everything's buffing Yorktown 2, man. That's a lot. A lot of stealth, a lot of damage reduction, a lot of like a big utility skill. Right? This should be the blue skill, honestly. This right here, everything in here should be a blue skill. This is the blue skill, not yellow skill. But the blue skill here, though, is Fiercer when cornered. Decrease this ship's burn damage taken by 15%. During battle, if this ship loses more than 10% of her max or current HP in a single hit, decrease that damage to 10% of this ship's max current HP, gains 1 stack of motivation. Again, that's going to ramp up fast. When this effect reduces incoming damage, that damage will not fall below 2.5% of this ship's max HP. You can get really crazy with that. I think some people are posting like level 1 chapter 15 showcase with Laffey II is because of this skill right here. You can't die essentially. You have to take like small chip damage in order to have Laffey go down. Otherwise, it's like big time damage coming in. You pretty much can't sink. So this skill right here, you could probably get really cheeky with this. Not even just like boss fights or whatever, or like campaign. You can probably get like boss fights as well too. It's actually a really crazy skill. Once per battle, when this ship takes damage that would sink her and negate that damage, crazy, and deploys a barrier that negates up to 15% of the ship's max HP and damage. While this barrier is active, when a ship in your fleet launches an airstrike, restores 2% of the ship's max HP. The 5th time this healing effect activates, the barrier vanishes. So it's unkillable at this point. I gotta run and test myself. I gotta see this in actual like performance, but I don't like having my ships at low HP. I don't think she can sync with this unless like it's a small chip damage like a burn or something. I don't think she's gonna sync that very easily at all. I think she's gonna be very, very durable with this skill right here. So I gotta try it out. It's gonna be a while before I max my Laffey, but I really want to see this skill in action with my own eyes because I think this is a really disgusting Vanguard skill. This is like, imagine if Anchorage had this skill. That's gonna be like busted. So again, another World 15 ship has potential to be very good outside of World 15 as well too. But for the time being though, these ships are buffing USS ships, basically helping out Yorktown too, and you run these two together. You run it with Guam, so boom, that's crazy stuff. I think she has a skill also that kind of benefits Guam. I'm not exactly sure. I think I read it somewhere in data mines, but I don't know if it's still in here anymore. But pairs very well with Guam. I'll tell you guys that much. Very, very good because Guam can buffer with the first skill, with the star fireworks. So yeah, it's very, very good. Constellation here, right? Battle Cruiser Eagle Unit Lexington class. Isn't that carrier, but I guess that works out. 120 stats. We have 8,378 health, 419 firepower, 181 torpedo, 420 blaze it anti-air, 170 reload, 40 evasion, medium armor, 33 speed, 68 hits, 50 luck, and 15 on the oil cost. Across the board, very good. We have some torpedoes as well too. That's also very interesting. She doesn't even have that, so it's like, all right, well, whatever. We'll just go with it. Gear efficiency 135 for the main guns, 200 for DD guns, and 100 for anti-air, kind of to be expected. And at 120, she gives evasion +1 to battle cruiser. It's kind of lame, but it is what it is. Skills though, scaling spiral. When this ship fires her main guns, 80% chance to fire a special barrage. If this ship has an Eagle Union gear or weaponry equipped, increase the barrage activation by 20% for a total of 100%. Nice. Probably going to use like a USS DD gun or something to get that buff, or like a 457 main gun. You can probably get some value out of that. Otherwise though, it's not hard to fill up this 100% activation. So second skill here is Soaring Star Chaser. Increases firepower and accuracy by 20%. Increases ship's damage dealt by 10% to enemies with less speed than this ship. I don't know how that's going to work in like actual performance. You got to know like every single ship's speed to do that, which this game does a terrible job at talking about, because if it wasn't for like data mines or like wiki, we'll never know what the enemy's speed is, like for anything. Like even mobs, you don't know what the speed is. So it's like this skill is like, yeah, I don't like this skill. They could have definitely changed it to be better, or like make it so it's easier to see enemy stats. Very basic skill though. Some buffs, 100% proc. You gotta see what the barrage looks like though. I haven't used her yet, but it's an alright battle cruiser. Something like special, just alright. Flasher here. Spoilers, or what's it called? Warning. I don't talk about submarines that much, so I don't take my advice too hard about these submarines. But Eagle Union Gato class at 120, we have 1911 on the health, 59 firepower, 527 torpedo, 95 reload, 41 evasion, light armor, 21 speed, 195 hit, 82 luck, 7 on the oil cost, 293 on oxygen, 2 on the ammunition, and then the hunting range, all that stuff. So I think it's about average. I think the health pool is actually pretty high. I'm not exactly sure. 1900 does seem like a lot for a submarine though. Yeah, her health is a lot, so I actually like that. They made her a lot durable. Efficiency 130 for submarine torpedoes, and 90 on a DD gun. It's a little bit below the KMS ones, but it's not that horrible, but it is lower though, so it's kind of like eh. At 120, we got +2 torpedoes. The submarine's very nice. And teary-eyed huntress When this boat torpedoes hits an enemy, the skill effect can only affect the enemy's enemy once every 10 seconds. Okay. Decrease the enemy's speed by 30%. Okay, so you kind of want to use that with Constellation for 4 seconds. When this boat torpedo hits an enemy affected by this skill's speed debuff, fires a level 10 special barrage, 10-second activation in between. With a 50% chance, it increases boat's damage dealt to enemies by 30% for 10 seconds. So why does that have to be RNG, man? I think that would have been really great. But it's an RNG chance, man. Like if this was like 80 or 90, like this would be a really, really good skill. Tiered Empress, but that sucks. I don't know. It might be good. I think it's alright though. Fish Are Friends increases boat's ASR by 1, increases boat's torpedo crit rate by 15%, and damage dealt against light armor enemies by 10%. If this boat is your submarine fleet's flagship, or if there is another Gato class SS in your fleet, increase your Gato class torpedo and accuracy by 10%. So if we look at Gato class, who would you want to pair this up with? Albacore. I don't think any of these ships are like really good though. But let's look. Albacore. I think Albacore was like okay. I think she look all right. So she gets buffed right there. Cavala. I think that's okay. This was increased damage carriers. It's like carriers and light armor stuff. I guess it's like a mix, but it's okay. But now though, I think USS has like solid submarine fleet now they can run. This is the Gato classes, so it's actually very solid. Now I don't know if these girls are better than the KMS girls with submarines, but I will say that if they aren't better, they make a very, very good secondary submarine fleet. If they ever add the chance for 2 submarines fleet, this will be very, very good. So yeah, I don't think USS have bad submarines anymore. I think it's actually very solid if you pair these with the other Gato classes that SSR. It's very solid, very good. And then Louisville, sorry, I say Louisville, and San Jacinto. I don't want to talk too much about these ships. Again, I'm an elitist, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But I'll talk about these kits though. When deployed, when the battle starts, each time this first skill activates, the ship's while below 50% as a result of damage taken. Deploys a barrier that negates up to 8% of the ship's max HP. Okay. While this is a float, decrease your damage taken against Northampton classes by 10% for light carriers. Oh no. Northampton carriers take 4%, 10% less damage. It's okay, I guess, but kind of want to have some stuff going for her. And then a barrage with increased evasion of 15%. It's okay. It's not like crazy. And San Jacinto here is light carrier, right? Oh, 1 hit for carriers. That's actually very solid. Her skills are increases accuracy and aviation by 15%. If this ship has at least 1 Eagle Union aircraft, increase all this ship's aircraft efficiency by 15%. Ooh, that can be really good. And this ship's airstrike finished loading performs a sonar scan, reveals submarines, fires a barrage. And the second skill is, and when this ship takes damage, launch another barrage, inflicts 30 damage to your flagship, and later restores 30% of that ship's max HP. Okay. So it's kind of like utility, sort of. Otherwise, though, it's like, nah, nothing crazy. Most of these ships in these banners buffing Yorktown, too. So there's that. But yeah, anyways, though. That's a quick rundown on this banner. Now, are any of these ships worth pulling for? Let's see here. I don't have to tell you guys. If it's a UR, go for them. Guam and Laffey II, big priorities here. Big priorities. Get them. They're important. They're going to help you out, especially in endgame content. Because Chapter 15 is endgame as of right now. Laffey II and Guam are made for that campaign in mind. And I can definitely see these two actually having a good future as well when it comes to certain content where they're going to be very good at, such as carrier bosses, more carrier maps. Can definitely see these ships being very good, and especially Laffey with her 3rd skill. It could be very crazy. Now, the secondary ships on the list, if you guys want to get them, they're actually really good to have. Flasher, if you want to play USS submarines, very solid. And Constellation, if you need, like, this is a battleship, you guys are new, need a battle cruiser, sorry, that has a barrage, 100% chance, solid one or whatever, go for it. And I will put down as a San Jacinto as well too, or San Jacinto, because of that +1 hit to carrier is going to be very, very useful. Accuracy is important. You're going to miss a lot of torpedoes and stuff like that. Very, very nice. And then lastly, if you guys want them, Louisville, it will be up, but you can probably get it from just like the milestone rewards. So if you play the game, you'll get her, so it's not a big deal. Anyways, solid banner. I do like it a lot. I know some people don't like this banner because Guam wasn't like crazy damage dealing or whatever. She's a tank. She's a large cruiser. You can't expect her to do damage and tank at the same time. So I like this banner. If you guys are mid-game players, you're looking to push Chapter 12, 13, 14, 15, definitely is a good banner to pull on. 2 UR ships, very, very good. Luckily, you only have to farm, pull one of them and you can farm the other one. Solid. Very, very good. Laffey II can also help you out in early game as well, too, as well as Guam. So, a very flexible banner. Even though their kit is mainly made towards anti-air stuff, you can use them in a lot of places. It doesn't have to be just Chapter 12 through 15 or whatever. You can use them in like OS a bit, campaign farming and stuff. They have a lot of wave clear and stuff like that. Can definitely work out. Anyways, though, I need to work on my ships. I'll max them out, showcase them for you guys so you guys see them in actual like performance. Hopefully, I can get that done later tonight. Otherwise, I'll be crying. But yeah, anyways, quick banner rundown. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck on your gacha pulls, and I will see you guys in the next video as always.